So I recently received some very interesting invertebrates. This species is beautiful, soft, unique, and they are cockroaches. Yes, I bought some pet cockroaches. And this isn't the first species of cockroach that I've had, but it is one of the more interesting and unique species that I've had. You really can't even tell that they're cockroaches by looking at them. They don't fit any of the descriptors that you might think of, other than the fact that they're a bug. So let's dive in and take a closer look at this interesting species. Hey guys, it's Oliver, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Exploring Exotics. Meet Therea petiveriana, also known as the Indian domino cockroach, the seven-spotted cockroach, or the desert cockroach. These little guys are cousins to the question mark cockroach and the orange domino cockroach. As the name suggests, the Indian domino cockroach can be found in the scrub forests of southern India and is a more arid species, hence the nickname the desert cockroach. They are a fossorial species, spending most of their time buried in leaf litter and loose substrate. And their diet is primarily made up of this leaf litter, as well as some rotting wood, some fallen fruit that might also be rotting, and some protein such as dead insects. They are also crepuscular, meaning that they are more active in dawn and dusk. However, some studies have suggested that it depends on their life stage. For example, nymphs are more active around and after dusk, while adults are more active during dawn and while there is still some daylight left. Now, the most notable feature that differentiates these from other cockroaches. It's their beautiful appearance. These guys don't really look anything like what you would expect when you think of a cockroach. They are more round with a matte black coloration and these white spots that they're named for. They also appear and feel very velvety and soft. It reminds me a lot of like a short velvet, and their wings remind me a lot of tissue paper. And before the wing thing freaks you out, they actually can't fly. They really don't even seem to use them to glide very much either. But their wings also aren't fused down like some other species of insect or even cockroach. In fact, they can actually open their wings and do to communicate, which we will talk about in a minute. And nymphs do look different, and again, we will get to that when we're talking more about their life stage. First, let's talk about why they look like that. Most cockroaches like to camouflage with deep brown colorations and some shine to them. But domino roaches actually use Batesian mimicry. Their markings strongly resemble a species of aggressive ground beetle, Anthea sexcutata. This beetle actually has the ability to spray acid. And since domino roaches look so similar because of the Batesian mimicry, they have a much higher likelihood of just not getting messed with. As for their velvety texture, we're not really sure why. It could play a small part in camouflage, making them more matte black instead of like a shiny black. Maybe it's to better resemble the beetle. Maybe that velvety texture is like a way to keep some of that substrate on them for better camouflage. Again, we're not really sure, so these are all just guesses at the moment. Like a lot of roach species, they are actually sexually dimorphic, meaning that you can tell the difference between a male and a female easily. The females are larger, a little bit more round, and have a shorter, stubbier antenna, while the males are smaller, a little bit more elongated, and have longer antenna. Now, even though they do mimic a beetle that sprays acid, they are pretty harmless to pretty much everything. They have no toxins. They do have chewing mouthparts, but they're relatively small and more just designed for eating rather than for defense, so they don't really do much in that front. Instead, they rely on the Batesian mimicry that we talked about and their speed and ability to hide. And they do drop really easy to escape, which again is why I'm not holding one to show you like I normally would if I have the animal I'm talking about. Now, they do have a type of chemical defense. It's just not really anything that's going to hurt anything else. Instead, it is a pheromone signal to tell other cockroaches of danger. They do this by raising their wings and averting lateral glands on the second and third abdominal segments. And now let's move on to their life cycle. Their life cycle is another really odd thing about this species. This species of cockroach is very slow growing and doesn't have a long life expectancy after maturity. So of course, the life cycle begins with some adults mating. Adults will emerge right after sunset in order to mate and lay eggs. Although I have seen the ones I have in captivity mating during the day as well, so I really don't know if that's like a for sure thing or if we just don't have enough like field studies of them yet. I'm not for sure. Once the female has mated, she will not let any other males mate with her, and she will actually kick them off of her with her hind legs. And over the next 3 to 40 days, she will lay up to 13 ootheca, also known as egg cases. The ootheca can hold over 40 eggs each, and these eggs can take up to 8 months to hatch, which is an insane amount of time for eggs. As soon as these nymphs hatch, they will usually begin burrowing and hiding, and will even go down as 30 centimeters deep, especially in the dry season. The hatchlings and nymphs will actually look a lot like other species of cockroach that are in the same life stage. Once they make it to their last nymph stage, they will be more present on the surface where the adults are. They are like a brownish color. They really blend in super well to the substrate and leaf litter, so they are kind of hard to find if you're not looking for them, and they have yet to have those prominent markings. The process to make it from a hatchling to a mature adult takes around 8 months, which is again extremely long. But what's crazier is that mature adults will only live around 6 months, meaning that their total lifespan is around 2 to 2.5 years at best, and most of that time is spent in the nymph stage. And then, of course, once reaching that sexual maturity, the cycle will begin again. Thank you so much for watching this week's video. I hope that you liked it. I hope that you learned something new, or at the very least you found it entertaining. Keep an eye out, because in the next few weeks I will actually be doing a care guide on the Indian Domino Cockroach, in case you guys are interested and maybe want to keep some of these guys as pets yourself. But until then, like this video for the algorithm, comment down below what you guys want to learn next. All of my links, including my Instagram account, my art Instagram account, my Facebook group, my wife and I's Etsy, and most importantly, the sources I used in today's video will be in the description below. And of course, don't forget to subscribe if you are into this kind of content, or really any animal kind of content. I upload every single Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and alternating between exotic pet care and exotic animal education. But you can hit the bell if you don't want to remember all of that. And as always, I will see you guys next week. Bye.